Hello.
Hello.
We have visitors. They're not friends of ours, but they're coming this way.
They might
But
be friends of ours if you.
we I have no knowledge of Jinxin on top or Tommy Kale.
You can't even read it. It's Jixin.
Jixin.
There's no N. Jinx. It's not
Well,
Jinx.
hopefully
It's Jixin.
they'll keep to their side. I mean, it's a fucking massive map.
Oh,
Which
there's
is
someone
what
over
the
there as well.
what?
Teddy TM.
Oh God, he's
We're
encroaching in.
surrounded.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yes, well, it's a rather special set of episodes or videos, whatever you want to call them, this week, isn't
yes,
it?
yeah. It's the first one since the last one.
It's my birthday today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's your
I uh,
birthday, then.
I am 30 years old.
Yeah, and you've
Big
done nothing but
30.
bitch about the idea of it leading up to it.
Well, I've had a lovely 2 days. My
Have
colleagues
you
got me a
really?
load of stuff, and they sang me happy birthday. And today I went to Cambridge and had a lovely meal out and been to some museums, which on the whole were overrated and full of kids. But anyway, um,
Well, I mean, you will.
yes.
That will happen if you go to a kids' museum.
But your no, it was full of animal skeletons. There's a fucking Bigfoot. What the fuck is this?
There's a man in a ghillie suit by the looks of things.
Anyway, he has no idea he's about to be famous. Um,
Is he? How do we get?
oh,
How do we make that happen? Can it happen to
Fran's
me?
here as well. Um, yes, but it's not just my birthday, really. I mean, it is, but yours is yeah, reasonably close, isn't it?
Yeah, my birthday starts in 4.5 hours.
Yes, and given that, oh fuck,
Well, someone hit it.
that was oh, you go get it.
I'm on it.
Yes,
Well, I'm assuming someone
and
hit it.
given that, um, we've
Mm,
I think we mentioned before on this we've gotten each other gifts. 'Cause it's a very
it's true. We have.
significant birthday, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
2030,
yeah,
really. It's
first,
a
first
big
two, first two
milestone,
good.
and contrary to popular opinion or unpopular opinion or whatever.
It
Um,
is dead. This
yeah,
thing.
check who hit it because the other guy shot it as well. Please.
You and me.
Fuck,
Just you and me.
fuck him.
You got 70. I got 30. But I would have killed it because I got it in the middle of a neck.
All right. Well, yes, we yeah, we thought we'd get each other some nice presents. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open mine first now.
Are you still in the tower?
Yeah, because it,
Oh,
it it is my birthday, and then you can open yours. So I'm opening mine now.
all right.
Are you ready?
Well, I mean, about as bad as I'm gonna be.
I'm peeling off the
And we
wrapping.
can't hear. We can't hear the non-existent viewers'
The
thoughts on
box,
this.
the box that says the poster. This much is clear at this point. I had my suspicions. It's a disc plate, which suggests to me it's a rather high quality one. Presumably one of those metal ones. I'm opening it up. What would it be? What would it be? What would it be? Oh, there's two, and it's Star
There are
Trek.
two.
And I've got one, and I've got. Oh,
I figured you were talking about getting some, like doing. I figured you could use it to help decorate your new place when you move.
I love them. Thank you very
Good.
much. This is very thoughtful. I like the well, the TNG Enterprise is my fave.
Yes, it was actually quite hard to find one of that ship.
Yeah, I looked at some. This is a pretty good one, and I like the fact I've got multiple on the other one. Where's Voyager? That's a weird choice of them not to include that and to put a Romulan warbird in, or a
I thought so too,
Klingon bird of
but
prey even.
yeah,
But
I quibbled over the second one,
hmm.
but I went with that one in the end because I figured it has got DS9 on it, hasn't it?
It has
That one.
Deep
Yeah,
Space. It's got
that's why I went with that
yes,
one.
it's got TOS, TNG, DS9, and the Klingon warbird. Well, thank you very much.
You're very
If
welcome.
I know you put a lot of thought into this.
I
And
did.
how do I hang them?
There are some magnets that stick to your wall relatively safely. I've got some
What are those?
here myself.
Well, I think I've got one. One
I
on
Oh, no, you should have 2.
Yeah, I got 1.
Oh, that's a
No, I've got
shitter.
2.
Okay.
Well,
It seems stupid for him to send two posters, and you meant to get 1 with each.
that's lovely. Yes, thank you very much. You've lived up
You're
to your
welcome.
reputation. They're very nice. I only
No,
hope you think mine are okay. I would suggest you open the card first.
the card or the envelope style, the actual thing that's definitely the card from the famous card place. Yeah.
The one from Moonpig. Other
Okay.
card producers are available.
Yeah, like Clinton's and the Card Factory.
Yeah.
I'm opening it. Oh, what is that over there?
Don't know.
Oh, I hit a fucking bastard thing.
What?
Hang on. There's a dead thing. There's going to be a dead thing over there. I
You
can't
shoot
get
one
in
of
the
them
way.
pigs.
I'm just trying to shoot one of the pigs, but it's. You're in the way. I can't do it.
Do you want me to do it for you? That'll make you feel a bit better.
I can't see it now because the bush is in the way. Never mind.
Okay, fuck it. There's just wildlife.
Sorry, I just use me.
Oh, well, whatever.
Anyway, I had the first one lined up perfectly, and then the bloody bar got in the way.
Well,
I'm opening up for cards.
okay.
I'm assuming I opened it correctly. I've still not bent it.
Probably good. Do not bend, it says.
Oh god, I've got sticky stuff on my hand now.
Sorry, that wasn't me.
You didn't wrap it.
That was somebody at Moonpig.
Oh, fuck's sake, what's the... I happen to open it backwards.
Oh,
so
right.
I've got a picture of Max Verstappen looking at me.
Yeah.
It is your birthday.
It is your... Well, it's not, technically, but... Yes.
Am I to read this aloud?
You can do. You can summarise it if you choose.
Well, I'd have to read it to summarise it, so unfortunately you're probably going to get the full-length version.
Why don't you read it?
As previously stated, it is your birthday.
Yes.
I'm given to believe that the unfortunate-looking man on the front of this card is an F1 person.
Is he?
It's Max Verstappen, the current 3-time world champion.
Right. Good start.
I hope you appreciate the effort and cost put into this card, as well as the presents which were carefully chosen at great personal and financial cost.
Yes.
I appreciate the value you bring to my life, putting aside the F1 obsession, which, let's face it, is a tad grating from time to time.
Yeah, it is.
Not to mention your pervert farming operation. Amusing though it may be, I do fear for your sanity.
Yeah.
Remember well the old saying, for what does it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul?
Yeah.
Hang on. There's a third text box here, but I'm running low on things to say. Having said that, this is large. This is more text than this than the others. Okay.
Yeah.
Having said that, the cost of this card has already come to £4, and we've not gotten to delivery yet. So I'll be damned if I'm not getting my money's worth. It's a fairly mild day today, the 4th of May, 2024, 11:16 a.m. There's somewhat more cloud cover now than there was when I woke up, and I have to say I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
I've not yet eaten, but I've some coleslaw in, so I'll be having some of that with rice, fries, and chicken a little later.
Yeah, I did.
I've been noticing we've had some wasps appear lately. Gosh, summer sure comes around quick, doesn't it? Won't be long before I have to get my fan out again. I hope it doesn't use too much electricity. I'll need it in my new house.
Yeah.
And we're looking at a July or August moving date.
Yeah.
My therapist agrees that this move has set off a massive anxiety, and combined with my own 30th birthday, my feelings on which are well established at this point, I'm quite a mental wreck, as you can no doubt imagine.
Yeah.
Actually, a funny thing happened at therapy yesterday. I mentioned the D&D sesh some of us at work are planning, and my therapist, quite naturally, asked what race I was playing as. When I told him I was going to be a gnome, he called me a fucking traitor. Apparently, he'd had a campaign a while ago and developed his mutual hatred towards another player whose character was a gnome.
Yeah.
The whole thing really affected him.
Yeah.
Sounds like he needs therapy.
Yeah.
How much is that, do you think? About a £5? Probably should take some stuff on at the end just to be sure. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, I'm not going to actually read out what it says.
Like exclamation mark, hashtag.
HFM percentage FN 34230 GF space 34ASD V LNRTO 289 blah 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 blah. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, happy birthday again.
Yeah.
And on the back, sure, why not have another?
With
another picture of Max Verstappen.
Yeah. Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Which one do you want me to open next?
Why don't you choose? I would start with the thing that isn't the box.
So the tube or the envelope?
Well, you know what? Why don't we let the birthday boy of tomorrow decide?
Envelope it is.
Okay.
No, tube it is because the tube is going to fall onto my desk. Now this says, warning, please ensure you remove all staples completely before removing contents. Failure to do so may result in damage.
Okay.
So, I don't have a staple remover.
Right.
So that may prove difficult. Oh God, what's going on?
Be careful.
I'm using my bottle opener because my bottle opener has a knife bit
He's gonna
that I
rip
can
this,
use.
isn't he? He's gonna rip it.
Oh look, what do you know? I've accidentally managed to remove the best part of a staple.
I think there's something horrible in that, but the best part of a staple. It implies there's a bit clinging on that's going to be really like half a splinter, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's well, naturally all staples really do is cling on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of is one of its arms is hanging on for dear life.
Oh, right.
But the trouble is, I haven't got the means to move it any more than I already have at this stage. I haven't got anything to. Oh, hang on. I think maybe I'm wiggling it. It is coming out. I should have done the envelope, shouldn't I? Because we'd have had it open.
Probably should. Yeah, probably should. Well, I mean, we'd be here anyway.
Hang on. Does this box have a staple remover in it by any chance?
Probably not. I was not informed of this.
Were you not?
No, I thought it would be fairly straightforward, and I didn't.
Well,
know...
it's only because I don't have a staple remover, but you know,
I didn't really know
because I have no need for one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, actually, I might have one, but I've committed to this now.
Okay, be careful.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm always careful. I've not damaged anything below where the staple already was.
Oh, good.
So, with that logic, and the second one came out much easier once I'd learned my technique.
Oh,
so, there's that way. I'm assuming I don't need to remove them from both ends.
I would check.
I mean, it's remove all staples completely, but it seems a weird thing to have a tube that you need to take.
I mean, you have to remember, I can't see.
Well, I mean, I thought you went blind from masturbating too much.
It fell off.
You daft twat.
Who's
messaging me on Discord at this time? Oh God, please don't be one of me perverts.
One of
not
your
today.
Perverts.
No, it's my. It is one of my perverts, but it's not one of a normal pervert.
Is it your lady friend?
It is.
Who's visiting my place of work in a weird coincidence?
Yeah. Have you heard any more about? Oh God. Okay. Have you heard any more about that yet? Or no, you weren't in. Were you?
Well, no, I have not been in the office.
I was in the office. It was a fucking nightmare.
Well, I'll have to.
There's a soft spongy thing.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Signs 24/7. Thank you for your. I did place an order with Signs 24/7.
Oh, did I? I must have.
I'm assuming you must have done. Yeah. This is a tube-like thing that I am detubing.
Okay.
It appears to be safe. I'm going to have to unroll this.
Okay.
Le Miller de Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Monaco.
What is it? Is it the car zoom in?
It's for car zooming.
Do you like it?
I do like it.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. I thought.
You know, I saw this poster at some point. I can't think where, but I did see it, and I thought, oh, that looks all right.
Well, I hope you like all the music red herrings I was throwing out. You know.
Oh, you say that. I've not opened the other stuff yet.
Well, I hope you like music.
So I shouldn't. I'll be honest with you. You were making me nervous with your music.
Well, I mean that was the go-to first thought.
The trouble is, music is such a. I'm opening the envelope.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
This feels like a picture of some sort.
I think it is. Well, I know it is. Unless it's the other.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
What? It's not actually signed. It's a print. It's I haven't put that much actually.
No, but still, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought. I mean, I don't know who any of your friends on the racetrack are. You know, you got your. I mean, I imagine Lewis Hamilton's probably on there, and.
What in what sense?
Well, has he signed on it? Has he got his signature? And is there a picture of his car?
Yeah.
And a picture of him, I think. Yeah. Do you like it?
Well, there's a picture. I do like it. The picture's got the pictures of all the drivers.
Yeah.
Grouped up by team, and then you've got each of the team cars
Yeah.
with the driver names and the signatures on the dash.
Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's very nice. Thank you.
That's all
I'm
right.
gonna have to get a frame for this.
Yeah, it only occurred to me after the fact that they wouldn't come framed, so sorry about that.
I was no, it's all good. It's all good. I decided not to get a frame for yours because I've got mine don't have a frame.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
think
have a
they'll be.
frame,
I
and I
think
thought
they'll
it
be
looks
fine.
alright. So
Yeah.
I'm going to now open the box.
Okay. Now this is
But
the thing
It says fragile.
I don't know whether this requires any construction. I sure as shit hope it doesn't. I was not under the impression it did. We will see. If it
I had a
does,
feeling you might have.
if
I don't
it
mind
does,
constructing just so it were clear.
I mean, if it does, I think it'll be minimal.
My main gripe with constructing is that it never looks as good as it could.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you might have to screw something in.
Well, you know me, I love screwing.
Yeah.
I've got to get past the bloody tape. That's the issue. So I'm using the letter opener portion of my bottle opener, which, funnily enough, is also the staple remover portion of my bottle opener. In a vague attempt that it'll. Oh, okay. There we go. That's the end coming off. Nearly in.
Okay.
Nearly there.
Hope this is riveting viewing.
We killed one thing, and I'm not entirely sure we got it on camera.
We did.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get it on camera.
Well, I did.
So far, I've got a solid wadge with some bubble wrap around it. As always, you have discovered my love for bubble wrap, so thank you very much.
That's all right. Wasn't intentional.
I assume you heard that.
I can hear you popping away.
Pop, pop, motherfucker!
You and your poppers.
It looks like a box-like thing, but again, it's...
That is what I searched on Etsy, a box-like thing.
Yeah, I knew it was Etsy. Someone's crafty thingy.
Yeah.
Hobby thing. So, it could be any old thing. I've just got to get past the tape.
Okay.
Because there's more tape in the way, because naturally there's no tape.
Have you got scissors?
I don't have scissors, but it's all good. Ooh.
What was that?
I thought it was the lid.
Oh God, okay.
No. Because you know how I mentioned the box light thing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what this lid's for. Maybe to keep it safe?
Maybe.
Maybe?
I don't know.
Either way, I can see that the gift is, on the inside, a Red Bull, the RB20, I believe it is, with that Max Verstappen would be driving in.
Yes. Is he your favourite?
He's the best at the moment.
Okay. Well, I don't. He's the only one whose name I could remember who wasn't Lewis Hamilton. So.
The thing about me is that I don't really have a favourite.
That's
but if
good.
I had to pick one, it would be Fernando Alonso.
Ah, shit. Okay.
But also at the same time, if there was ever a man that I called daddy, it would be Fernando. So it's.
Well, fair enough, I suppose.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Yeah, that's right. Is it? So I guess you've got to attach it to the lid. That's the base.
No, the lids are. Oh, that's the. What?
That's the base. So you got your car.
Yeah.
And that's on its own. You put that on the lid thing, and that's its base.
Oh, I'm a bit confused.
Like a display base, I think.
No, but there's that, and then I have not got a top on, so you might end up seeing more, some maybe belly. But I'll show you what I've got. I'll send a picture to you.
Okay.
So you can see what I've got. I know it's not an erection.
I don't want to see what you've got. Showing off the goods.
So we've got Alexa, turn the light on. Oh, fuck off, Alexa. So I've got that. Oh, hang on, it's not sentence it. Yeah. And then independently of that, I've got that.
Okay.
Neither of which was sent yet. But that thing, the second thing, the writing's that way, so I'm assuming it's meant to go that way. But I don't understand what that's for, unless it's a protective cover.
Ah, yeah, Yeti.
Because it fits over the top, like
You're
perfectly.
in this gentleman's way, Jordan.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh well.
I mean, it's off. Well, it's my fucking map. Okay, let's have a look. So, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm guessing that's like a secondary stand. Then that's what that looks like to me. So you can put it on top of that for some
It just
elevation,
doesn't. It doesn't.
if you so
I don't know.
choose. Does it fit perfectly on it?
It doesn't fit well on it that way round.
Oh well,
Like,
maybe
well,
maybe it
if I flip
slots
it
in.
over,
Does it slot in
I can't see a
if
slot.
you flip it over? Yeah, but if you just sort of put it on it, does it sort of fall
No,
in?
no. It's like the edges of the box bit.
Yeah,
They are perfectly sized to squeeze fit around the outside of the black bit.
right.
So
That's okay.
I'm confused, but it doesn't matter because
You will
it's all good.
figure it out. Well, I'm glad
I
you
will.
liked it, and I like my stuff too. I've got a little enterprise blueprint thing and my ship posters. And that's nice because I'm going to get more wall art because as you know, people may know I'm getting my own place and
Yeah,
gonna need stuff to put on the walls. And I fucking love Star Trek, and it is really bloody hard to find good Star Trek wall art.
it really
Um,
is.
there's one that I really want, but I found it's been impossible to find. It's featured in TNG, the series. In Picard's ready room, there's a gorgeous painting of the Enterprise,
Hmm.
and a different one is featured in Star Trek Picard. So whenever you look for Enterprise painting Picard ready room, it pops up with that one.
Oh, that's a shit.
Which is a bit of a shame, but yes, yes, I like them. Thank you very much. I hope you
You're
like
very
your stuff
welcome.
too. Can we go and
I do.
shoot something?
We can.
Because
I'm just trying to put these somewhere safe.
it's been half an hour, and
Has it really?
yeah,
And I'm the only one of us who's killed something. Although to be fair, you did most of the damage.
yeah, we've hung around in a tower and opened our birthday presents. Do you think Teddy
Oh shit!
Roosevelt
I
ever
think.
did that during a hunting
Well,
expedition?
absolutely. If it was someone's birthday.
Probably. He probably got him a
Oh, there's a boar somewhere over here.
not anymore. There ain't.
I hit one as well.
I hit one. Maybe we both got one each.
I think so.
They both went down.
How boorish.
I'm pretty sure you probably had a better shot on that second one. The second one is the one closer.
I was rushing
If you
as well
yeah,
because they were going to run.
if you pick that one, I'll get the other one, the furthest
Sounds
one.
good to me.
We'll see what's what. That's an awful lot of blood. We clearly did well.
Oh yeah, that's a nice shot. That. Oh no, hang on. This is the one you got.
Oh, is it? What's this one? Oh,
Flesh.
I
Flesh
got this
stomach
one
liver.
too.
Oh, I'm not hit either. Oh, it looked like I'd hit one.
It did. I mean, I shot in the direction one, but it was one of those shots where it's sort of hard to tell whether it would hit or not. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually
Oh,
got some Call of the Wild topics. Well, a topic. Some Call of the Wild
have
news.
you have you read it? Have they decided to release a dinosaur one on
No,
in a new block?
but there has been a minor change to the game in a sense.
Has it
Um,
really?
so I mentioned, I think last time, did a Patan in Nepal a new map?
We thought it might be India when we talked before.
Yes, apparently it's Nepal. But they have confirmed that tigers are in it.
Okay.
Now, one of the devs posted on the subreddit and mentioned that the coding for the tiger is a little different. So they're going to be very, very rare. Apparently, I think there's going to be 16 in a map.
Hmm.
When you join in, there'll be sort of 16 tigers dotted around, and they will hunt you and follow you and stalk you, which sounds bloody fun. That's all yours if you want it.
Yep.
So when that comes out, I'm going to get it, obviously, and
But what if it's like 50 quid?
I'll pay.
Yeah, you will.
Let's see if I can reach me Toblerone bites without disconnecting. I might have to use my feet. So I'm guessing your colleagues, if they were gonna, you know what, I'm gonna have to reach. I'm back in a sec.
Whilst Ben's reaching for the Toblerone bits or whatever it was he said he was going to grab. Oh,
So
fuck's sake.
I'm guessing have your colleagues have the opportunity to do your desk, or is that something they would only be able to do tomorrow? Suppose you're not in
They
tomorrow, are
have.
you?
I'm not in tomorrow.
Mm.
There was nothing done to my desk, and I am so pleased there was nothing done to my
You would have
desk.
fucking
I did.
hated it.
There was one. I would have had to fake being happy about it.
Mm.
Well, someone, and I don't know who, but someone had moved my monitor, my left-hand monitor.
Mm.
The reason I know is because when I have my screens in place where I want them, they are touching, right? And they're at the same height and at the same angle. So if I drag something across, they are actually dragged across.
Mm.
Yeah, rather than it being one of these, there's a gap in the middle. I can have something straddling both sides if it works
See,
appropriately.
that's interesting because, sorry to cut in very briefly, my team leader, I think we were talking about monitors. There's my team and a different team in a different department sitting right behind us. And my team leader pointed out that in my team, everybody has a little bit of a gap between their two monitors, but in the other team, they're all together, which, is interesting. Anyway, continue.
What is that team for? Are they the accounts team, by any chance?
They do a lot of financial stuff.
Maybe it's people
I
who are
think
serious about doing finance stuff.
it probably is that. I mean, I just
also, I'm the only person in my team that's so anal about it.
Mm.
Like, I know people have moved my stuff because of it. Okay, you were creepy breathing just then.
Sorry.
Ben?
I'm in October.
Oh, okay. You were creepy breathing. Anyway, there was a card on the majority of the officers signed.
Well, that's nice. I suppose you want that, don't you? Really, at the very
Yeah, I
least.
mean, I can live with a card. A card's not gonna. I don't like a fuss, right?
I do.
I'm making more fuss this year than normal because it's a milestone, right? I
Yes.
won't make a fuss now until 40,
No,
and then I'll make a fuss
I'll be
again
the
at
same.
50.
I'd like a
Yeah.
from here on out. A card is fine, and I'll bring some food in. But big milestones, I would like. That's yours if you want it. Big
They didn't.
milestones,
They
I would
didn't get.
like, yeah.
They didn't get anything off me today, mostly because I walked into work
Mm.
and did not have time.
Mm.
So, also, I didn't leave the office today until home time, which meant I didn't have any food during the day.
Yeah, bugger.
So I was rather hungry. But then I couldn't finish my tea, so not that hungry.
Well, would you like me to tell you what I got? Because I think you would have hated it more than anything else in the world, and I already told you, I think all of it. But
Yeah, I don't need a washing up bowl, so.
yes, I showed up to work, and there was nothing on my desk. And then my boss, I got a lift in because for some weird reason, I just didn't set an alarm. There's a puma over there.
Where? Sorry, I didn't see.
It's over here by the There it is. No, that's a
Oh.
red deer. It's here. It's lying down. Fuck. Yes, I got a lift in because I didn't set my alarm, and Mum happened to have a hair appointment. Right, I took the shot. Did I even do it? I don't know whether I even did anything. Maybe. I got a lift in with Mum, and then my boss got caught up at the traffic light, so it sort of threw everything out. All the train and yeah, threw everything out. So she asked me to step outside for a vape for 10 or 15 minutes, and I left. And when I came back, I had a washing up bowl with some really well chosen gifts. Like, there was a really good broad variety of stuff in there, and I had all my go-to snacks that I get from the little shop at work, and I got a Japanese phrase book because I'm thinking of going to Japan soon, and oh fuck, take your time, dickhead, and
There's a dead animal here.
yes, mine. That's my puma. I did hit it twice. Okay. Yeah, and a cookbook because we've talked before about I'm thinking of probably genuinely trying to cook more when I have my own place, and washing up stuff for little household things that I might need, which is really well chosen, thoughtful gifts. And they all sang me happy birthday because they know I was, I mean, I very clearly, openly said I would like a fuss, please. I left
Yeah.
that no doubt whatsoever, and they were very accommodating, bless them, which was lovely. And then when the receptionist came in, she brought me some cupcakes, which were lovely. Um, yeah, and people were asking, people kept stopping and saying happy birthday and whatever, and it was a genuinely really lovely day. I was sitting in that restaurant in Cambridge, and I genuinely got a bit emotional just thinking about how good things are going at the minute. Um, yeah, it was really nice. Awful lot of children about though, which did sort of ruin it. But
Well, people will have these kids, won't they?
I mean, they're just everywhere, man. Jesus, who'd do that to themselves?
Yeah,
Well,
who'd have kids?
I know. I mean, you did, but
Well, yeah, but
he seems fairly well adjusted.
yes, I one of my colleagues saw him today.
Hmm.
Met him. Someone who hadn't met him before,
Ah,
and that went well. It didn't
good.
seem too much of a twat. So,
Well, I'm sure he isn't.
well, he has his moments, but so do you. In fact, this very morning, you were being more than a twat.
I was not. I was being delightful.
You were being more than a twat.
There were babies in the museum I went to. Who the fuck brings a
Yeah, well,
baby to a museum?
Okay, but were they taking babies or were they taking other kids and happened to have babies with them?
No, it was two parents and a baby. Multiple
And
times I saw this.
okay, well, here's the thing. In that case, it's probably not for the baby.
I know,
Parents.
like I know someone who took a baby to the cinema. You shot something, did you?
Yeah, I saw a puma as it was running past,
Right.
but I've only winged it.
Do you know? Are you following the blood trail? Because I've got it on here. I don't know
No,
whether
I lost it temporarily,
I've
but I
got
don't know
I've got
whether
it. It's over here.
there were some other tracks and I got distracted by them.
Here, this one right here. This one. I know somebody on Facebook, and she posted a pic of her and her partner, and they'd taken like their baby, who was a month, two at most, and they'd taken them to the cinema.
Yeah, I mean that's daft.
Who the fuck does that? That's so stupid. You are ruining my
I've
cinema
lost the
going
thread again.
experience. Come on, John Nettles, do your thing. Where are you, John?
There's a puma over here again.
John's got it.
Lead the way, John. We're probably not going to get the damn thing.
No, probably not. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this tiger hunting thing. I think it will be quite fun. I listened to the soundtrack to Jurassic Park 2: The Lost World while playing this on my own, and it really changed things for me. I got a bit antsy walking through the woods.
Well, I have precisely one thing to say to that.
Yeah. I mean, is that one thing?
Yeah,
And are you
one
saying it?
prolonged thing. Well, it's vocalized.
I mean, I should also say that isn't
Significantly.
that isn't the theme tune to Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
No, I wouldn't know if the theme park to Jurassic Park World because the Lost World or whatever. Fuck, I don't care. I just it's an opportunity for me to be loud and obnoxious. I don't take as many of those as I could.
Oh my god, are you serious? Really? There's more?
There's many, many more.
Right, the blood trails ceased.
I
So
told you we weren't going to get it. It's the tracks are over here.
I don't know how you want to. Oh my god, an unplugged toaster is here.
Safe to bath with, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Bathe.
Well, it depends where you are.
You are in my company, sir. You'll say bathe.
I'll say what I fucking want to, lad. Let's see. So you listened to Jurassic Park
Yeah,
2 Lost World
I
soundtrack
think it's
whilst
going to be
walking through some
really,
woods.
really. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think we could have a lot of fun. Of course, chances are we'd never even see something, but we could.
I will absolutely get mauled by a tiger, and then I'll make jokes about wishing it was a cougar.
Yes, and I will definitely make the clever girl joke like 40 times. We're being hunted.
Whatever you do, don't wear a yellow raincoat.
Yes, there's a Jurassic Park reference.
Yes, well, I think anyone who heard that, nobody probably knew that.
So my colleagues got me a Waterstones voucher for 30 quid, which was very generous. I'd have accepted a tenner and told them as much. And my
No, what most people say is, "Oh, you didn't have to do that."
well, I
Not
did.
this.
I think they're used to
Well,
my ways.
I'd have been fine with a tenner. Should have given me a tenner.
I think my exact words were.
That's the lower limit. Make it a tenner.
I think my exact words were, "Oh, you didn't have to do that. I'd have taken a tenner."
No.
But they're familiar with my ways, no doubt. And I prefer to think of them as quirks rather than flaws. But anyway, yes. And my boss got me a 60 or a 30 quid next voucher.
Oh,
I suggested that I
where
spend
are you
it
going to
on
spend that?
new look. I'm gonna get my ears pierced. Was that Claire?
Both probably.
There's one over there.
No, I'm not going to get them.
I think you've killed something yet. I'm gonna leave you to shoot the next thing.
I helped kill something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the very first thing, right at the start of the video.
Did you even hit it?
Yes,
Oh, you
you
did
got
hit it.
70, I got 30.
Oh,
He would have died anyway because I got it in the neck.
Well, I thought I 100%ed both from what you said, but thank you.
No. Right at the start of the video before we did
Yeah, I
presents.
know. That's what I was referring to. But
There was only one thing.
anyway, yes, he suggested I spend it on house stuff, which I will. I think you can get house stuff there. Plants, he suggested, which is the next sell plants. I don't know, maybe. What was I going to say? Yeah, and I spent that Waterstones voucher and I got 3 books, so it went further than I expected. I got a book about the Yorkshire
Hitler.
Ripper. It was kind of
What, Hillary Clinton?
No, although I did get a book about U.S. presidents as well, FDR
What you
through
did?
George W. Bush, and then I got another one about British sitcoms in the 70s by a writer whose other works I've read. So it's a broad span of my interests, really, isn't it? True crime, popular culture, and history / American politics.
There is one thing that's missing.
Oh, where's he going with this? Oh, what's he going to say? Fisting or something? What? Go on.
Documentaries.
All right. Well, what is a book, if not a documentary? What is a book
It's a
if not a
book.
TV show? Riddle
Well,
me
sometimes
this,
it's a
Batman.
movie. Sometimes it's a fucking movie. Get off your ivory tower and fucking smell the roses, touch grass. Wake up and fuck for coffee.
What?
You heard.
So, yeah, I look forward to watching you get eaten by a tiger. While I
Well,
panic.
I'd much rather get eaten by a cougar.
Oh, okay. God, I'm so ready for that.
What, getting eaten by a cougar?
No, just you make it.
I think I could be a cougar's toy boy. I could.
Of course you could, buddy.
Well, I'm losing weight.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, you kind of are, aren't you?
Well, I mean, we joked about me being her boy toy, but we're in the same decade now. Oh, sorry, as of tomorrow, we're in the same decade, so it doesn't
but
really.
She's 38, 37.
What year is? She'll be 37 this year.
Well, there you go. She's practically 40.
6.5 years between us, and do not say anything like that when you see her.
Well,
She will hit you. in front of the children.
Well, I'm not sure I really want to see her because I'm a little bit scared.
You should be.
I'm
She
sure.
said she even saw our conversation from this morning. So you know,
Uh-oh.
I literally said I called Ben a cunt this morning, and she said, "Lol, why?" And I said, "Cause he was being a cunt." And I showed her, and she just lolled at it.
Well, that's all right.
Which means that she didn't find it funny, but she wanted to. She knew that I meant for her to find it.
Well, I suppose you
That's
pick
what
up.
lol means these days.
That's it. It may mean that
Yeah,
within your relationship, but I mean it when it's like.
yeah, but you're old. You're not. You're like, you know, you're not cool. No one cool says lol anymore.
Oh, I wasn't cool when I
Mostly
was
it's
young enough to be cool.
no, neither was I. But at least I'm stayed with it enough to understand what lol means.
I mean, you did use the phrase "with it."
Yeah.
Nobody says "with it." They
No one ever said.
They says "slapping it" or whatever. What do they say? We went through this. We went through slang.
No one says slapping it. That slaps is something
yeah,
that people
that's it.
say, but that's not the same thing. That's a completely different contextual reference.
This
So
track is really slapping it, man. That's what.
say less.
Oh yeah, that. What does that mean? Shut up, right?
I mean, no. It means you don't need to.
You've
say
sold
anything
me on
because
this.
I already know. I already know.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah,
We're on the same page.
yeah.
That page says Ben's getting old. He doesn't understand slang anymore. Oh wait, fuck, he never really did.
Rizzing it. That's the thing, isn't it? Rizzing it. Rizzes.
No, Riz.
Riz.
Is a
What's
thing.
Riz?
Riz is like,
Is it like drip?
you know, game. It's like, yeah, drip and game and.
See, I'm with it. I mean, not with it.
No, you're not with it.
I'm slapping it. Whatever.
You're hip. You're down with the kids.
Yeah.
You're a crumpet muncher.
What?
Yeah, you don't know about crumpet muncher.
That sounds like a naughty thing.
No, that's rug munching. Crumpet munching is absolute.
Couldn't shoot the broadside of a fucking barn. It was right in front of you.
I mean, I did hit it.
Well, you did. You
Vital organ. I hit a vital organ, Ben.
well, it didn't seem to react.
I don't know where it's gone.
Oh, I found it.
Fuck, someone just ran into me.
Yeah, it killed me. I got killed by your pig because you couldn't be asked to do it properly.
Let me find its track.
God, I'm so far away.
Where's John Nettles when I need him?
He's over here with me. I mean, you did see that.
Oh, it's dead. It's just died. It's dead.
Yeah.
After it killed you, and then it died.
Whoa.
Fucking hell. You know what? You take the piss out of my shots. One of them, yes, perfectly fine, 9% flesh wound. The other one, 91% flesh right lung.
I mean, I should hope so at that range. Jesus.
And I think that was the first one.
Right, where are you? Okay, you're over there. You're a kilometre away. Okay, on my way. Actually, is there anywhere closer I can just...
And it was a diamond rating.
Oh, fuck, man. You want to save that.
That's too late. I already done it.
Oh, you should have saved it, man.
I didn't notice. I only found out because
they're quite rare.
Yeah, well, you know, I got it with a fucking shotgun.
Well done.
Thank you.
Although having said that, it's entirely possible. I don't think I have. I think I would have noticed, but you know.
I only noticed I got the achievement. I don't look at all the stats. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to bleed. That's what they need. They need a Predator version of this.
Yeah, they could have a lot of fun with this. I'm hoping this tiger thing, because I think a Redditor posted, and I think it's probably the case, and said that, you know, in certain areas there's so many tigers and they're such a threat to you know, travellers or whatever, that they're routinely culled. And this game,
yeah, you mentioned that.
In the story missions, this game talks a lot about conservation, because that's like one of the big arguments for hunting. That you're breeding animals so people can come and shoot them, and therefore keeping the species alive. So they have a big angle on that in this game. So that's probably why they've put tigers in, because they're not, as I've said before, they don't really like doing endangered species.
Well, the WWF would get upset, wouldn't they?
Well, Peter would get upset. So
oh, fuck Peter. Peter done that. Peter likes feet.
Yeah, I would. I would make it a bit more. I mean, I've been through this
Hmm.
before. I hope this leads to interesting things in the game. Because as much as I appreciate their desire to adhere to realism, I think there's a lot of opportunity for a fun hunting game. And you don't have to play the Predator mod or the dinosaur mod or the you know,
Pedo Hunter mod.
yeah.
I would play a Pedo Hunter mod where you have to kill the pedophiles.
I
I'd
know
do it.
you would. I know you would.
It'd be so cathartic.
I know.
Oh, hello. You
Yeah.
found me at the bridge.
Yeah.
You shall not pass!
Prepare to meet Kali in hell. Do you know that? So
Temple of Doom?
that's from Temple of Doom, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where
it's Temple of
he's on
Doom.
the bridge, isn't he? And he goes, he's got his machete, and he goes, "Prepare to meet Kali in hell," and he cuts the thing, and they all fall.
So many people flummoxed by the fact that that's a prequel.
Yeah, it's set in the 20s.
It's pre-Raiders.
Yeah,
And
back
people are like,
when.
well, why doesn't he understand that there's mysticism and shit? When it's because Raiders happened after.
Well, yeah, that's the story arc of that movie. He's a cynical glory treasure hunter, isn't he?
Hmm.
And he gets the stones and saves the village, and he becomes a bit more of a, a good guy rather than.
Dan Aykroyd's in that film.
Mm.
So I mentioned earlier that I walked to work today.
Yeah. Did you?
First time I've walked.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time I've walked to work in so fucking long. What with having a car, but the thing about having a car is every year they insist that you are legally required to take it in and make sure it's still safe to drive. And apparently this time it wasn't.
Oh.
So I've had to fork out for some repairs.
I bet that must have set you what, $1,000 or so, something like that.
Thereabouts, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh god, yeah.
So it's been quite a costly vehicle this year.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
But
Should get it back tomorrow. I'm under the impression that someone's ripped me off more so than charging me $1,000 to fix a car. But before it went in, it drove perfectly fine. I hadn't killed anyone yet, so
Well, I mean...
But you may recall me saying back in March that I'd had to get some work done on my car because I had a flat tire.
Was that really back in March? Jesus Christ!
It was March. Yes, I remember it was shortly before my son's birthday.
Happy birthday!
So I had my tires replaced and all 4 brakes done. Right, I had my brakes done. And I know for a fact I had them done because I paid to have it done. I double checked for paperwork when I got back.
Yeah.
Because turns out my rear brakes aren't okay.
Ugh.
Again.
Ugh.
My rear brakes that were replaced back in March. And I didn't mention that they were replaced back in March, but trouble is they've sort of got me held to ransom at the moment, or held hostage at the moment, because they have my car and can't give me my car unless I pay them. So there may be a lawsuit, or at least a very angry worded email.
You're never going to send it. No, it's not going to. Let's be honest. It won't be angry. You just won't put kind regards. You'll just put regards.
That's how you know I'm angry, Ben.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm a bit pissed about it, to be honest with you, because and it's like yesterday. The trouble is, I skimp a little bit where I can, because money's tight sometimes, and. I mean, this has all ended up on my credit card, which isn't the end of the world because there wasn't anything on the credit card, and now there's $1,000 on the credit card to pay off. It's not like it's fine, right?
That's the point of a credit card.
Exactly. I deliberately made sure I wanted to make sure I had the cash to cover it. The few hundred, it's $1,000. I can't, so I need to do it on a credit card. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's money. That's how money works.
Yeah.
Kids, that's how money works. Okay, just deal with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, put it all on a credit card. I'll pay that off over the next few months. Happy. But the where was I going with this? Can't remember. It's on my credit card. It's paid. There's not much more. Yeah, I was skimping a bit. So I use a service for they come and collect the car.
Yeah.
For you. They take it to a place. They do all the shit. Get in touch with you. Blah blah blah. And then it probably actually cost me a little bit more really, because I've got this extra step in the way, right? There's a middleman between me and the garage.
Yeah.
But the middleman does a lot of the work for me. It's a conversation on it. And you know me, I can't be. I don't want to argue with someone if I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bloke's name is Gary. The bloke that I was talking to yesterday and today. And I had him on speakerphone yesterday because I struggle on the phone these days. So my hearing's shot to shit because I need my ears done out, which you can't get on the NHS anymore. Not that I've ever had it done on the NHS, but apparently
do you not use cotton buds?
Yes, I do, and that's part of the problem, Ben.
Yeah, I think I may be scratching something I shouldn't every now and then.
So anyway, my hearing's shot to shit. And so I put things on speakerphone because it's easier for me than, like, it's easier for me to hear it if I've got both ears working than if I've only got one ear working, right? My partner was here, and she will genuinely, if she were here right now, she would confirm that he said, if you go on and leave a review and mention me by name and make it a good one, I'll bump you up the list of people that need sorting out.
But he says that to everybody, presumably.
Well, one that has to assume so, yeah. And he's like, it was going to be tomorrow, no matter what. Yeah, it didn't matter. Like, it wasn't going to get done yesterday if I did that. I genuinely said to him, if it's going to be tomorrow, it doesn't really matter what time. So no, I'm good, thanks.
Oh well, you know what that's done, don't you?
Well, it's made me have rear brake issues, hasn't it?
Well, it's knocked you down in the queue, you bloody idiot.
Well, no, he didn't say any such thing today, and it's he assured me it would be back with me tomorrow morning, which is fine because I'm not going anywhere tomorrow morning. In fact, my plan for tomorrow morning is to spend the day, or some of the morning at least, playing rounds with my son because we've not played rounds for a little while, and we've barely seen each other this half-term holiday because he's been away and I've been working.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice just to hang out and play rounds and for me to kick his ass because I'm so good at kicking his ass.
Teach him a bloody lesson, I bet.
And sometimes when I beat him, I say, "Get wrecked." That's trash talk.
I think not. Do you think he's been through enough? You think?
Well, he doesn't like it when I.
No,
but I'm trying to encourage him to do the same, right? To trash talk me when he beats me. I'm all for him trash talking. Yeah, it's all part of the process. You kick someone's ass, you trash talk.
Oh
Simple.
Yeah, I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh at some point with a colleague. Did I mention this to you?
You did mention it.
Yeah, and well, we were discussing it in the office just casually, and he found his cards, and that prompted me to look at the ones I had, and I've got a deck basically ready to go. There's been a little bit of trash talking, but I'm pretty confident. This is not the right animal to track.
I don't know what animal you're tracking. I'm sort of wondering about.
I can't see you, John.
I had more.
Stop barking! I can't.
I had more about the MOT situation.
Oh yeah, go on.
Today was a bit of an awkward one because obviously I walked into work, which meant I didn't have a car with me. As we've established, the car was not with me. I could not do anything with the car. My work ID is in my car, so I could not let myself into the building. I had to knock every time someone let me in.
I hate doing that.
I don't like it. I apologise for it. All 3 times. The second time was an act.
It feels so emasculating, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone.
Every time I have to.
I'm normally so on it that I think they understood. There must have been some reason why I wasn't.
Every time I forget my card, I need to borrow my colleague so I can print something, and it's just like it is a bit emasculating. And every time I want to nip out for a vape, I've got to go and say, "Oh, can I borrow your landlord, please?" I say, "Yeah, so there you go."
That was an issue, but I got dealt with.
Yeah.
And then my son was not with me today because, again, at work in the office.
Yeah.
It had been left yesterday when he was picked up as he was going to be taken to such and such a location for the afternoon. So one of my colleagues, I mentioned that without my car, I was going to have to A, walk to this location and then B, walk back probably with my son.
Yeah.
And the first place was in the opposite direction, the second place. So it was going to be a walk. That would do us some good, but it wouldn't necessarily be something. She heard this and she offered me a lift.
Oh, lovely.
To both pick him up and then go home because he shouldn't have to walk if he doesn't have to. Was her logic.
No.
That's very nice of her,
She's
and I
only
was,
got little legs.
I was very thankful, and I was, very appreciative of this. So we went to the location where I had been told he would be. He wasn't there. He wasn't at location A. He was at location C for the purpose of this. I've been told he was going to be taken to his great grandma's. He was in fact still with his nan. So we ended up going to his nan's house. I apologized. I was like, look, you really don't have to do this. And she's like, no, I'll do it. It's all good. So we had to drive through town. I directed her down a road, and we didn't take the turn, so we had to take a different road instead. Which, amusing, but that's the way it is. So that happened. We had to get the level crossing was down, so that was a pain. I was still very, you don't have to do this when we got to that location.
Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, it's fine, we'll do it. Because it was getting on now. She was like, we need to leave Dead on 5, right? And then this is like 40 minutes of her life. She's helping me pick my son up and get home. So I'm feeling pretty shitty about it. But yeah, eventually we got in the back and somewhat awkward chat because he's awkward around new people for the first couple of times.
Aren't we all? Jesus.
I mean, you're awkward around people. You're still awkward around me.
Yeah, I'm not. Shut up.
It's because obviously you are so much more handsome than you are. So much more likable.
What the fuck?
Just so much better
Piggy.
in general. Where are you?
It ran into me.
I can't see it.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
Oh, I got knocked out.
It killed both of us.
If I turned around quick enough, I could have taken it. Oh well, I'm sitting on the dock of a bay.
Should we get Robert Baratheon?
Gods, I was strong then. Or Gods, I used to be strong, or whatever it is.
Or Robert.
It's on my phone.
Did you?
Things would have been so much easier for everyone if he hadn't died.
Well, he was going to die eventually.
Well, you see, here's the thing: if he hadn't died, right, of the stuff that.
Well, I mean, you're getting into a whole thing. Go on, finish your thought. Sorry.
If he had survived the boar incident, we have to assume that there would not have been anything in particular that would have killed him between then and Daenerys arriving.
Well, you also have to remember Ned was going to tell him about Cersei and Jaime.
Yeah.
And Robert would not have handled that well. And given that Cersei, sort of put all her eggs in the killing basket, presumably in this scenario, she still goes ahead with the whole get him drunk and hope for the best plan. And it just doesn't work. So she's still in King's Landing when he comes home pissed as a fart. Presumably very happy that he killed a boar.
And he probably accidentally kills her by fucking her.
Well, Ned would probably wait until he's sobered up.
Yeah, absolutely.
To tell him. But, if Cersei... I think Cersei leads at that point. I don't think maybe she does try and kill him again. But I don't think
the king rebels against the Lannisters. Or maybe he doesn't because he needs the gold that we know don't exist.
Well, I don't know. Robert's definitely killing Cersei and Jaime, and probably the kids too, to be honest. Although Ned might be able to spare him, which of course means Tywin's going to.
It's not Tommen's fault.
Tywin's going to be pissed.
I wonder how Tyrion would fare.
Well, Tyrion would be, just as pissed as Tywin. I would imagine. Tywin, I don't know whether he'd be smart enough not to rebel and sort of try and fuck shit up a different way. I don't even know how that plays out.
Well, I suppose it's important to note that whilst all this kicking, Tyrion was still up north, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
So
Tyrion is presumably arrested on sort of flimsy charges of conspiracy, I guess.
Well, he'd been captured by Caitlin at that point, hadn't he?
No, he hadn't.
Yeah, no, he had.
No, he hadn't.
No. Just bear with me. Because that's not why he wasn't caught in relation to the war. It was because she was under the impression that he had been involved in trying to kill Bran. Right? So that would have happened regardless.
Maybe it is before Robert died.
That would have happened absolutely regardless.
I was under the impression it was part of the war. It
was separate too.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, that's probably lumped onto Tyrion's charges. I mean, we can assume if Cersei and Jaime flee, they'll probably flee back to Castle Rock.
Casterly Rock. But she's not going to be that for Tyrion. The only possibility is whether Jaime, after getting Cersei, goes searching for.
I didn't get a lot.
I think there's one thing we can be absolutely sure doesn't happen.
What?
Brienne does not become a knight.
Well, no. Although it may mean Westeros is in a much better position for Daenerys, which may mean that Viserys or Varys changes his plans up a bit.
It would be interesting to see Robert have to face the fact that he couldn't kill the girl when she was... Because he didn't want to order it, did he? Well, he didn't want to order the killing of a girl.
No, he did.
Like a child.
He was fine with it. And then Ned sort of... On his deathbed, he says, "Now let her live. I've changed my mind."
Oh, okay.
You were right.
That's
how that pans out.
I had it in my head that he was opposed to it. I mean, it's been a long time.
Ned's the one who's opposed to it.
Well, in that case, it would be nice for Ned to have to confirm that him letting this, or being so supportive of letting this teenage girl live, has resulted in the death of so many people of the kingdom.
But the assassination attempt still goes through, and it's not successful. There's probably more, to be honest. I think Robert's like, fuck that. I'm not thinking about that. Do what you can to get rid of this guy. I'm focusing entirely on the Lannisters.
Maybe he would be that distracted by this. Do we really want to waste time trying to kill a teenage girl?
It's probably not something that comes up in discussion. But if he doesn't give the order not to kill her anymore, I imagine his
hang on a minute,
are still doing it.
So you've got me envisioning a fish called Wanda style.
Well, but the guy kills that old lady. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It is a fish called Wanda, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how. You're trying to kill the old lady and keep failing to kill the old lady.
Keeps getting her dogs. I think the more interesting point is maybe Tywin throws his lot in with Daenerys and sees if he can't win her over that way, because she's gonna need allies in Westeros. And if Robert's alive, that means presumably much, if not all, of the continent is unified behind him. You know, and the Lannisters are not an ally to be sniffed at. And he could probably talk around, and sheer pragmatism, like rich as fuck. He's an old established house, and
but he's not as rich as people want to think he is.
In the books, that whole the mines are running dry thing isn't an issue. They're still the richest.
Well,
so I don't know. Maybe Tywin, set something up with Daenerys. I think.
And that something is called Jaime Lannister.
Well, Jaime's dead. Maybe, potentially. If Jaime's alive, he might try and marry Jaime to Daenerys, but it might be a bit awkward given that he did kill her dad. But he was fucking nuts.
Well, to be fair, so she by that point.
Well, we'll see. There actually, Game of Thrones news came up recently.
Did it really?
Yes, George R. Martin said that
has died. I mean,
no, most adaptations are terrible, or adaptations of books, and it was read, as I think it should be, as a sort of subtle dig, or not so subtle dig, at the way Game of Thrones
House of the Dragon.
went. No, I like House of the Dragon. I think it.
You liked Game of Thrones.
Well, everybody liked Game of Thrones up to a point.
Exactly. So I'm suggesting that maybe he just didn't like.
I mean,
but I mean, it was obvious. Obviously, it was going to be Game of Thrones.
Well,
whereas if I'm going to make a joke, I've got to make the joke about House of the Dragon.
Series 5 is where they begin running out of books to write, and the series itself sort of goes into a lull at that point because War of the Five Kings is over, and it's kind of setting up for the next sort of invasion. Which is
what the issue really is with Game of Thrones.
No, go on. I have a feeling you're going to be wrong about this, but go on.
The 7 and a bit series lead up to the Night King, was effectively inconsequential. There's this big bad guy who we're building up to for 7 fucking seasons, literally from the first scene of the show. Yeah, the
Yeah.
very first scene of the show introduces us to the idea of the White Walkers, and it's evident from the fear on that man's face that these are a threat, and it was basically over in an episode,
Fred.
and it wasn't even yeah, the threat. The whole White Walker thing wasn't a problem,
No, well,
really, at all, was
that's
it?
an incredibly uncontroversial thing to say. That was one of the major flaws. I mean, I think the issue they had is that that ending. I have no issue with the ending, right? I just need you to do the fucking work before we get there. I need like another couple of seasons to get Daenerys to that point. I mean, there's two. When I did tell you about writing this as a post, but I the two female characters I think of when I think of that ending for Daenerys are Leslie Knope in Parks and Rec and Selena Meyer in Veep. So Leslie Knope, as you may know, is a very committed public servant. And she works tirelessly for people who don't respect her at all and don't value what she's doing. And Selena Meyer is a woman who was vice president, became president, and immediately lost the election, and was obsessed with the idea of getting that power back because it changed her having it. You know, she went from really, really, really wanting to be president to like being willing to sacrifice everything in the world to get it. And I sort of think those are two factors that should have been focused in on when talking about Daenerys and her, her arc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That she
Yeah, I get you.
she wants
She
to
started
help.
as one.
Yeah, she wants to help the. For a start, she becomes ruler of Marine, and finds she actually really likes it. And then she's in her mind she's fighting to help the common folk of Westeros, and she finds they greet her with suspicion because she's got an army of Dothraki and she's the daughter of the Mad King. And that sort of jades her, and the end result is that she goes fucking nuts. And I'm fine with that as an ending, but I needed to be brought there more, satisfyingly. But you're absolutely right. I mean, the whole White Walkers thing was dealt with. I mean, it was absolutely pointless. They got like part way into the north, and that's it. I was
They got the first major stronghold
yes.
that they would have to fight, and they failed there.
I was
And
reading.
that's it. That's the
Yeah, I mean, I was reading sort of spec prediction fanfic type things that had them getting like into the Riverlands and they're attacking the Vale, and that would have been interesting.
But you can do something with that, wouldn't you? Because like the thing about the Riverlands is there's a lot of rivers there. It's a wet area. And the thing about the White Walkers is that can't they freeze shit? Isn't that a thing? It's just not naturally very fucking cold where they are. So like you'd have these people guarding these bridges thinking, oh, they're gonna have to come across the bridge. And then they're not, they're just fucking walking across the water and they've not got the lines there, and you've got you got this big old fucking issue because all of a sudden the White Walkers are behind the lines. And that's drama, that's conflict, that works, you know?
I mean, it would have. I mean, the obvious comparison is, climate change, isn't it? I mean, everybody's mentioned it.
They build all the forces at the Twins because, of course, they're going to have to go through the Twins.
Yeah,
they don't. They just go round.
That was mentioned at one point. A big fight at the Twins. But I mean, you could very easily have it.
Oh, I'll never forgive Origin for what
that contrast. Nice reference. That contrast between the politicking in King's Landing and the real threat in the North. And, you can have that. You could have had like half that. You could have had them get to King's Landing, and that would have been pretty cool.
That should have been the series ending conflict resolution. That should have been where it ended. It shouldn't have been Daenerys and Jon having a cuddle stab.
So in the book and in the TV show as well, it's mentioned Cersei is obsessed with this prophecy that she got when she was a child that predicts that she will marry she'll marry the king, and he'll have a load of children, and she'll have 3, and that they'll all die, and then it's like, and where after your tears have drowned you, the Valanquir, something like that, will wrap his hands around your throat and choke the life out of you, or something like that. And Valanquir means little brother, right?
Which everyone thinks means Tyrion, right?
Yes, she is obsessed with this idea that it's Tyrion. But really, it could be anyone, because I think it's mentioned in the book that it could mean brother or sister. And, I mean, arguably you could read that it doesn't necessarily have to be her brother or sister. It has to be a brother or little brother or sister.
Arya!
Yes, that was one of the things that came up. But it was mentioned, there was another theory, that the White Walkers in the sort of the final episode or so would get to King's Landing and resurrect Tommen, and Tommen's resurrected white body would strangle his mother to death. And that was one of the suggestions. That would make sense. I actually read a really good fanfic that has a really weird starting off point. It's where Tyrion's fighting the Mountain, and he beats him.
Okay.
He beats him because he covers.
Hang on. When you say Tyrion's fighting a mountain, do you mean Tyrion is himself at this point fighting a mountain instead of getting the Viper to do it?
Yes,
or...
there's
okay.
There's a reason why, and I can't remember why, but Oberyn doesn't do it, or some. I can't remember exactly what it is.
They had a conversation about Tyrion's little pink cock. And it weirded Tyrion out, so he decided against letting him do this thing because his guys looked at his cock and he'd remembered it from all those years ago.
It's like a I can't remember. I think it's just Oberyn is like, oh, this could be interesting. Let's see how this pans out. What's gonna something like that. I don't know. Point is,
big guy, small guy. It's a natural.
Point is, Tyrion coats his shield in like taffy. So when the Mountain swings his sword, it gets caught in the shield, and Tyrion just like runs around and because he tries to remove his sword with his other hand and gets that stuck too. So Tyrion just like sticks a knife in his shin and then bashes his head in.
Okay.
And so Tyrion beats the Mountain. Anyway, further along in this story, Cersei inherits the Stormlands from Robert. And she and Mace Tyrell go to fight Daenerys, who's landed in Dorne. And she's wearing like this really stupid armor that's like ornate and golden. And she's riding a horse that she constantly keeps kicking. And, as the battle goes to shit, because, dragons, she turns to flee. And her horse, that she's been mistreating all this time, kicks her off, and she falls into a river, and the armor weighs her down, and she drowns. And the narration reveals that the river is a tributary, and it's called the Little Brother, which I thought was a really interesting play on that. But yes,
you mentioned Oberyn.
Yeah.
As played by.
Oh, that chap everybody likes.
Pedro Pascal.
That's the one. The Mandalorian.
Who is the Mandalorian and Joel in the live-action adaptation of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And he also played a guy called Eddie in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, specifically Season 4, Episode 1. And I know this because I saw that episode last night. And the second I saw him, I was like, that's Pedro Pascal.
Does he look very, very different?
Watching with me, he just looked younger. As far as I was concerned, it was definitely him. And she was like, no, it's not him. And I'm like, I'm telling you, that's him. So she looked it up and then she was all shy about it. I was right.
Oh, right. Are you sure she was shy? Are you sure she wasn't, oh god, he's going to be fucking insufferable?
She pulled the face that means, okay. But she didn't want to, she didn't say that I was right. She just did the face and then put her phone away. So, yeah. Trust me, I know. I've known her long enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Oh.
How long have we been going?
I don't know, let me check.
It's got to be getting on now.
An hour and 23.
We've not killed much, have we?
No, we spent 30 minutes talking about a birthday and opening presents.
Well, I have a short topic.
Oh god, there's a
What you
fucking
can do?
pig over there. They tend to fuck me up, don't they?
I've got my shotgun, so as long as it doesn't charge straight into me. Have you heard about the Olympic-based protest that's going to be going on in France,
No, I ain't.
specifically in Paris? Apparently, they want to do some of the in the Seine or the Seine or however you pronounce that. And as part of that, to demonstrate that it's clean, they have the Prime Minister and the President have agreed to swim in it.
Oh, that's not good.
How much of it was me? Because I can point money for that.
It was 16 for you. 16%.
Okay, that's enough.
Um,
See, they're going to swim in this set to prove that it is. I've got rifle points as well as shotguns.
huh.
I only hit it with a shotgun, unless I must have hit it with something beforehand. But I doubt it very much. Anyway, they're going to. So there's a protest, which is shit in the Seine day. People are planning on shitting in the Seine prior to them having to do the.
Well, I
That was
suppose
a
that's.
hashtag for it, and then, you know.
I mean, nobody protests like the French for a start, but that sort of raises.
Well, only because I don't fight like the French.
Everybody says that, but I mean, it's like.
I know the French. They have a history of capitulating. Actually, they put up a strong resistance to the.
It's not even that.
Nazi
It's like
occupation.
Napoleon is widely viewed as one of the greatest generals who ever lived. People like
Yeah, but
all
he
the
was short,
French,
wasn't
they can't fight for shit.
No, it's not that they can't fight; it's that they won't.
But
They are considered cowardly.
I mean, is there a legal case to be made that's like attempted assault of like the president and the prime minister?
Well, here's the thing, right? Because if it's been so publicly advertised that I'm aware of it, and now you're aware of it, I would think that the president and the prime minister are aware. And as such, they can change their plans accordingly. I would argue that they have willingly put themselves in that situation.
I mean, I wouldn't swim in it anyway. If the Thames is anything to go by, and I know the Seine is probably cleaner, but
I don't know. It's France. They eat a lot of cheese over there.
I mean, I've been to Paris. As much as we love our French friends, Paris is not the cleanest of. I mean, it's a city, isn't it, Paris? And cities don't tend to be clean. And yes, we do love our French friends.
My father always spoke poorly, but I've heard what he speaks highly of, and so I don't necessarily. Your boos mean nothing to me. I've seen what you applaud or something like that. It's the the Rick and Morty that feels applicable here.
But the latest test samples still showed alarming bacterial levels in the river, according to a French water charity. Surfrider Foundation Europe said in its report last week that all but one of the 14 samples taken at the Alexandre III bridge over 6 months showed poor water quality.
Is this for Sen?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think everyone just wants to see him get a shit in his face. Which is not something I would normally want to see, but if there was an opportunity to see a political figure swimming into a shit, I think I'll probably take it. Yeah, any. It could even be a politician I like. I just think it was funny.
Well, speaking of politicians you like falling into water, you see what your old mate Ed Davey did?
No, I've not really been following it. In fact, I've even muted the Lib Dem campaign WhatsApp chat that I was put into.
Bless them, they're down to 4 now in that. Now that you've muted it.
There's quite a lot of people, and they're talking a load of bollocks I have no interest in because I've got more important things to think about. They didn't ask me if I wanted to. They haven't asked me if I can do anything. Or at least at the point when I muted it, a day and a half after being added, they haven't asked me anything that I actually had to reply to. My being there was literally just to make up the numbers, and that's much like my application, like my contribution to the county council thing, is just to make up the numbers. So I've got more important things. I don't have time to campaign right now. It came as an inopportune time for me.
Ed Davey And the chap who was leader, Tim Farron, the one who said, "Why aren't you tolerant of my intolerance?" They went paddleboarding,
Of course they
and
did.
Ed Davey fell off 5 times, though he admitted he did one for a laugh. And yes,
Only
instantly
one, though.
they were. I think they were like making a point. They were talking about water quality, like sewage and water.
Oh, I got a mouthful of piss in that one.
Which is, yeah, but they were talking about that in general, and then they were like deliberately pretending to fall in water. And then I read a comment where they were like, "Well, actually, this water's okay," or something. It was just very strange to me. Um,
Well, I mean,
and
that's
yeah,
for Lib Dems for you. We are a bit strange.
yeah, I always feel very condescending towards them. So, oh, bless them, look at them with their ties, their briefcases. God,
Well, I mean,
are they sweet?
we got more council seats than the Tories in the last one. So we are, if you take that as anything, a credible second party.
Well,
But you and I both know it means nothing. But
well,
you got to let me have this just briefly.
oh,
We'll get more seats than the Green Party. That's for sure.
well, yeah, of course you will. But it's one of the
But
issues. Yeah,
we won't get Brighton Pavilion. I know that
it's
much.
one of the issues you have when you're a small party is that there isn't nearly as much pressure to get your shit together. You know,
No, and
the
we
Greens
were
don't the
historically
Greens don't have to be as on it in terms of their policy as Labour because there's less attention. They can afford to be a broader church without much scrutiny. You know,
don't the Greens have like 4 deputy leaders or
they have
something?
they have joint leaders.
I distinctly remember there being a point when they had multiple deputies.
Yeah,
It was
too.
like, what
They
the
they
fuck
have
is
joint
going on?
leaders. Yeah, currently.
They I did for a brief period of time
So if
fancy
hang
one of them.
on, if they in some fantasy scenario where the Greens had a massive landslide and won, who's prime minister?
Rock paper scissors.
Maybe they alternate. I'll do Monday,
Maybe.
Tuesday, Wednesday. You do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and every Sunday we'll switch.
Well, it all depends which one of them is prepared to put the bins out at Downing Street.
Well, Theresa May said that was a boy's job because she was pandering to assholes who were
Yeah.
sitting at home going, "That's right. None of this woke stuff."
I won't have a woman tell me what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless it's Margaret Thatcher, and she was asking
Um,
me to do the thing that Dennis won't.
I've been seeing a lot of memes on TikTok lately, to do with politics because most of them. My partner gets a lot of the Labour ones.
Mm.
That's the point. I was asked her. She's never voted. She's not really. She doesn't really understand it, so she doesn't want to vote. It's her normal stance, and I can get behind not understanding it, so not voting. If
Really?
there's a reason not to vote, I would say I personally believe that the responsibility is on the individual to educate themselves and then vote accordingly.
Yeah.
But if someone's not going to vote, I will take I don't know enough about the situation as a justified not to.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is my stance on it.
I
I
should.
would rather she
Yeah.
voted. I can't force her if she's going to not doing it.
I think it should be mandatory.
I think it should be mandatory as well, but but then I'd have to go and vote for a bloody uh, uh, police and crime commissioner. So
That shouldn't be an elected office.
it shouldn't, but it is.
I feel like that's the sort of thing that should be appointed.
I definitely hit it.
Ah,
Oh, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. My one's dead.
oh, well done.
Oh, bloody hell! I got a lot of things. So first one, flesh, liver, stomach, 8%. Second one, are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Flesh, left humerus, left radius ulna, right humerus, thoracic vertebrae. I have got 4 different arrows. No, sorry, 5 different arrows sticking into it. I hit both legs, both front legs and the back, and yeah.
Well, well done.
That's the advantage of using a shotgun. Yeah. So the reason that I found out she's coming to your place of work, she gets a lot of Labour memes.
Yeah.
I've only seen 2 Lib Dem ones. One of them is of Rishi Sunak playing football with some people, badly, and it's the voiceover from when Mark Corrigan plays football with Simon and the lads.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And the other one is talking about wasting rivers and the Spider-Man. How did that get in there? When he's talking about how to propose to what's her face in Spider-Man 3? Spider-Man 2? Spider-Man 3?
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch children's films.
Liar.
I don't.
No, sorry, it's true. You don't. You watch documentaries film.
Yeah. Yes.
And you look away for the example
Well,
because you're not a child, you're a grown man.
yeah.
People at work were talking about how teenage boys are always obsessed with playing video games. They really want to, and they never grow out of it. So I piped up with, "It's true, we don't."
Okay.
You know, because I'm an avid video gamer. But the trouble is, video gaming it's getting more and more accepted these days. But it's got such a stigma amongst. I hate to say it, but amongst women, because the video games that they tend to experience their partners playing tend to be things like Call of Duty or GTA.
Well, you say that, but I know. I mean, I think most of the women I know game.
Most of the women I know game, but the trouble is, the people who have issues with their partners gaming probably are not gamers themselves, right?
Yeah.
And the games that they are playing are the kinds of games that are designed to make you addicted and make you want to play one more, just a little bit longer, all that kind of. And that's their issue. Like one of them was talking about how their partner plays Warzone and he's up till 3 a.m. playing Warzone. It's like, yeah, but that is designed to make you want to play just one game so you can win one more thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's not. It's like Stardew Valley is designed to make you want to play one more day.
Yeah.
But then if I play one more day, something's coming up for the day after, so I might as well do that. It's just the way it works. But the trouble is, I bet they'd have less issue with playing Stardew Valley than they would playing Warzone because you're not going to get angry and shout and shit. Maybe get slightly racist if you're playing Stardew.
I have to say, I mean, I wasn't really even alive or cognizant of this era, but I do sort of miss the era when nerd stuff was looked down on. You know, like really looked down on. I think a lot of it's gone mainstream, which is fine.
I mean, that's good for stuff to be mainstream.
Yeah, it's good, but I don't know. Maybe I just like the aesthetic of it. You know, just outcasts together. This is our little thing.
But the trouble is with that, and I mean, I do sort is that the stuff that shouldn't have people that are supported in it and welcomed in it, like fringe politicists. Fringe politicists? I don't know. You know what I mean. The kinds of people that you don't want to find people that are like them because otherwise they feel empowered.
Yeah.
Like neo-Nazis.
Yeah, they're not great, are they?
No, but the trouble is, the advent of the internet, much like it has allowed people who have fond niche interests in, I don't know, it's people who specifically like knitting odd socks or something. I don't know, something weird.
Yeah,
like it's great that they can find people like. It's not so great that neo-Nazis.
That's true.
But the trouble is, you have one, you have the other, right? You can't. It's so hard to clamp down on it because they've got all the code names for stuff, like wet work. Wet work. Do you know what wet work is?
Oh, I don't know. Some sort of death camp.
I'm pretty sure it's assassinations. Or pissing on people.
Or both.
Could be both, depending on who you're talking to. It'd be very confusing if you were into both and you're accidentally trying to do the other.
I wonder if my Chinese delivery guy's worried about me. I haven't ordered tonight. Is that a big
We've got a blood moon. Blood moon, Ben.
Oh, that's referenced in one of the Predator films. They call it a hunter's moon. We've got water buffalo. We've got fucking water buffalo.
I'm running.
Ah!
I hit it.
I hit it. Me, you son of a bitch.
It's bleeding. Where is it? Where is it? Oh!
It's behind
There
you.
it is.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's told me before it hit me. Anyway, we've been going for quite a long time now. So we should probably talk about wrapping it up.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you want more, do you? I killed it.
How much did I do?
16, 10. Yeah, that was it. You did 26.
Well, I mean, I only hit it twice with my shotgun whilst it
Well,
was moving at pace.
thank you very much for joining us. You did.
Which you didn't,
Which
but
you
you're still here for this bit,
But,
hopefully.
So, do you want to say happy birthday to me on camera?
I'm not on camera.
Happy birthday, Ben. Future Ben.
Happy birthday, Ben, if I must. Honestly, saying it once wasn't enough. Getting you a heartfelt present wasn't enough.
No. Bye.
Bye. Oh, hang on! Before we do go,
Ugh.
don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and for the love of God, please comment on the fact that
never
it's
gonna
been
do it.
Ben's birthday, because otherwise it's going to damage his fragile little.
No, it's fine. I don't.
No, he says it's fine, but I won't. I'm only going to get an earful.
No, it
For
is.
the love of God,
I
do it.
don't
For the
mind.
love of God, do it.
I don't
For the love of
expect people to
God, comment and say happy birthday, Ben. And if you feel like it, say it for me as well. But I'm not so fragile that I need you to do.
I don't know. It sort of
Bye,
seems like this is
everyone.
what it's about. It sort of seems like you're the one pushing for it.
Well, I don't want you to. I don't want you to get upset.
Do you want me to say happy birthday to you as well on camera?
No, I'm good.
No, you're not. Happy birthday, Jordan, for tomorrow.
Sorry, my hearing's shot. I can't hear you. Don't worry. Let's move on.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.